Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Yes, you heard that correctly. We are at Bristol Motor Speedway on a Thursday night. It is time for the Red Sox Racing Series. Yes, you heard that right. The Red Sox Racing Series. These guys, I'm not sure how many of them ever drove oval. I'm sure everybody's probably tested it. But we are in the not only a road racing predominantly league, we are in an open wheel car. And somebody that knows all about Bristol because he's actually a fan of it, Todd Chase Jr. Welcome to the booth, man.
Yeah, it's great to be back here at Bristol, and I think we got two more races here at Bristol coming up in the next few weeks here. So, it's kind of interesting seeing these cars going around this racetrack.
Yeah, we was watching practice earlier, and these guys are in a driver's meeting right now, a little bit different than normal. They're actually about to go qualifying, and we'll get to watch qualifying here, so we're going to treat this predominantly like any oval race that we normally do, but with open wheel cars. Todd, there's going to be a lot of things that happen in this race that we're not going to be able to keep up with.
Yep.
You and I both
know
this already.
Yep.
We're going to try our best and do what we can because things happen very fast here, and we'll get what we can.
Yeah, I believe back in Tuesday night they had some 13-second lap times. I don't think we've caught any of those tonight. Quickest I see is a 14-0 put down by Trent Brown.
Todd, here's what's funny. Okay, we came into this session. I've only been here for like 30 minutes.
Right.
Okay, we had 17 people. We're up
Yep.
to 30.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, we were thinking that we were going to have more people, and
Well, it definitely pays off. So what this is a broadcaster's choice race. Me and Todd sat down. We had our choice. It was between this, Iowa was one of them, Todd. There was a couple other tracks as well. Nashville, I think, got mentioned.
still Dover.
Dover got mentioned. So it was a track that we wanted, but we wanted to kind of keep it short track, and we decided on my home track, Bristol, which is awesome. But Todd, I talked about these guys being predominantly road. They have raced oval. I want to make sure I mention this, okay? Some of these guys are not new to oval. Most of them probably have raced oval at one time. How many has raced them in an open wheel car? Probably not many. But I will say, they ran the street stocks back in 2011. That was a Red Sox Racing sanctioned series, okay? Then they ran another sanctioned series back in 2016 with the Super Late Models. So there is guys that know how to race this. I mean, Les Turner finished third in the Super Late Model series. Terry Dahl fifth. Kevin Kyle finished fourth. I mean, these guys know how to race when it comes to ovals. But we are an open wheel car, so it changes everything.
Yeah, and I mean, from what it sounds like, is every 5 to 6 years, these guys are opening themselves up again to something more different than what they usually run, and that's what makes the series so great. Is they're willing to change.
So here is the race notes that we have that we pass on to you guys. This race is going to be 100 laps long, and when you're literally doing 4 laps in under a minute, it will not take long. You're going to do 40 laps in 10 minutes. Keep in mind, cautions are on, so we will have cautions. We know that. One pit lane. So with this many drivers, though, we're going to have people pit on the back stop or stretch.
Oh yeah.
So I can already see pit boxes somewhere else sitting just now. Lucky Dog is on. Cars will go, or leader will go on green. Or I guess that is at every caution that we have. And one cool thing about this race, Todd, these guys do not have to pit for fuel like usual.
No, and I believe in those notes it says something about how these guys can actually go the whole length on one tank of fuel. So
yeah, and they still do have the rule where you have to come back down to your pit stall.
Right.
So, but it shouldn't be an issue here.
I don't think it will either.
Todd, something we haven't talked about though is tires.
Yeah.
We don't know what that's going to be like on these long runs.
No, I wish we had actually a pit reporter that could actually listen into the in-game chat to get some of them, kind of give us updates and stuff like that. But no, I'm ready to see some 3 wide, crazy, close quarters racing with these open wheel race cars.
Yeah, so qualifying is set to get underway. This is a different style of qualifying. Like we said, you guys may not be familiar with it because we normally do not broadcast this series. So a lot of you guys, or we broadcast it, but we don't broadcast oval. So you guys will see these guys qualify out on track right now. You guys are looking in that blue car. That is Brian Arby. He's actually a regular. By the way, he raced back in 2016 at Super Late Model Series.
Also out on racetrack is Mark Kudrowski.
So we'll be just going around with random names and checking these guys out. Brian Arby across the start finish line on the field. We'll go to Mark Kudrowski. Like Todd said, coming to the start finish line, we got a good turnout, by the way, and something that these guys are not used to, Todd, because we do not do it in Red Sox. We're going to be doing that. You guys will enjoy that. So.
Oh, Les Turner went to the top of the board before Brian Irby was able to go a little bit faster than him at a Fort. Kevin Kyle, David Shutton out of the top of the board.
Does Les go up?
No, Les goes to 9th, Terry Dahl 5th, Ed Sutcliffe falls back to 16th, Bill Paul Lucky goes to 15th.
David Berry out on track now. He's actually coming to the start-finish line as he works through 3 and 4. Hasn't put down a lap yet. Top of the board, David Shutt at the moment. Green or white flag this time for David Berry. And he's going to go to 20th. Will he have enough to go to the top of the board? Colin Weatherholt not qualifying at the moment. Todd, do you like the idea of qualifying or no?
I do like the idea of qualifying.
I think you have to.
We seen in practice too that they did kind of like a mock restart, I guess you could say, or practice restart or whatever. And we seen like the top 3 kind of break away from the restart, and everybody else was running 2 or 3 wide, trying to get around everybody. And that's one of the things that we're gonna have to watch for tonight is these guys. Passing is gonna be really, really hard. Basically, you gotta do the slingshot move around the outside. But like you had mentioned at the top of the show, that some of these actions that we're gonna see are gonna be you gotta have really quick reaction time to either avoid a wreck or to try to make a pass when you can, because the longer you stay up there in that top groove, the faster you're going to go all the way to the back.
Weatherholt went to 5th, by the way, and I noticed something. I'm watching Justin Kirby do the same, running that high line, Todd, kind of like what we would see at a bigger track like Daytona. I mean, this is pretty big for these cars. And then running that low line on your second lap. So Kirby puts on his first lap, and you see him right there dropping to the bottom. And for people that do not know, what that is doing is letting these guys burn as much fuel as they can out of the car to lighten it up a little bit and be a little bit faster on that second lap. We're seeing Kirby come to the start-finish line. Good lap here for Justin. He's definitely going to jump up to second place.
Wow, that is a great job.
Yeah, great lap there. And that may end qualifying. We've got some guys, Brandon Johnson, Ross Booth, Cameron Bidwell, Zachary Sullivan has not qualified. We'll still kind of keep an eye on them. They may jump out. Todd, this is just going to be a shot in the dark. You picked a winner.
Oh, boy.
I got my winner picked, by the way.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to say Terry.
Well, you just stole my pick, but since you did that, I'm going to go with Kevin Kyle.
This race here, it's so hard to pick because we don't know what's actually going to happen. So, I kind of feel like any of these guys could actually win this race.
Yeah, everybody here is going to have a great shot. We already know that. We've seen it in practice. We already, like you said, literally everybody has a good chance at winning this. So, all right, Todd, it's about that time for us to go green flag here in just a minute. We're about to grid up, and once again, we'll have to take 2 laps around here under the caution, just because it's short track racing. That's the way we do it here in short track. We do want to welcome you all to Trackside Racing Network. I'm Adam Chapman. That's Todd Chase once again. And then, Todd, we will actually not be back live for a week.
Yeah.
Because, American Sim Racing League is off, and I can't broadcast Tuesday because of my work, unfortunately.
Yep.
Or at least I don't think so. So we'll be back here next Thursday. But this is going to be a fun one. I'm very much looking forward to this one. Hopefully we bring you guys good show and good content. And make sure you guys subscribe and like the thumbs up button on YouTube for us. It helps us out, and it helps these guys out as well. The more likes, the better. So make sure you guys give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, and it's okay. Don't affect my feelings whatsoever. Did I hurt your feelings, Todd?
No.
A little
Not
bit.
at all.
A little bit?
Okay, maybe just a little bit.
Oh, man. We're ready to go racing here, though.
Do want to mention, if you guys hear a little bit of sniffling, I'm battling some sinus stuff. We had
COVID.
No, I don't have COVID again. We had a few days where it went from being really cold to above 40 to back to being almost like 20 degrees, and we got a whole bunch of snow here the past couple of days. So
about 15
my
inches.
sinuses are hating me right now.
Only 50 inches of snow. It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
You know. All right, we're about to roll off here at pit road. That's a great looking shot of all these cars down on pit road, by the way.
This is cool.
It is pretty neat. You guys can see it right there. Down on your left side of your screen, you see all of them. What are these cars called? USF 2000? Yeah.
Yeah. So. When was it really the last time you've seen 30 cars at Bristol on here?
Besides in real life, no, it's been a long time. Maybe in NIS.
Yeah.
That's probably an official series. It is very tough to pack this place out. A lot of people like it, but they don't want to race with that many cars because it is a tough track to race. It's a concrete track, half mile, very fast. Things happen very quick. So anything can happen, Todd, and it's probably going to.
Yep.
By the way, these cars do have the damage model. So when there is a wreck, Todd, parts just explode.
Oh yeah, we've seen that in practice, and these guys, they don't care if the parts are out there. They just run right over them.
They will run over them. It does not matter. It don't affect the tires, I don't think. So
I don't think it does either.
I hope not anyway.
But here we go, Chapman. 1 to go before we go green.
By the way, we will have another oval race this season with these guys. It's going to be at New Hampshire. A lot more calmer than what we're about to see here.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah, this is about to be freezing chaotic, man.
Put it in lack of better terms, this is like a bunch of M&Ms going around in a little blender.
And all you hear is...
Yep.
I mean, it is pretty close. All right, Todd Chase. It's that time, man. Through 3 and 4.
Yep.
Red Sox Racing Series. You bring us to the green flag, Todd.
Pace car getting ready to come down pit road. It is David Shutt and Justin Kirby waiting on the green flag, and the green flag is out.
Up
Red
top.
Sox Racing League is underway.
They have a big checkup up top, side by side right now for first. Not going to last long. Goes to David Shutt. Justin Kirby up on the outside. Kevin Kyle trying to take the bottom.
Side by side here for second.
That's the thing,
I believe
Todd.
that was...
That bottom side, we already know, will be your primary line.
Yeah, there's going to be some oval terms that we're going to mention here. I believe the yellow is out, by the way.
Yellow, yep. Mark Kudrowski, Brandon Johnson hard up in the outside wall. Here's the replay. It looks like Brandon Johnson may have come down. Actually, was that Brandon Johnson? Let me double check this, but it looks like that was Brandon Johnson. Actually, I think it might have been Mark Kudrowski. Did he come down? Yes, he came down on Brandon Johnson, and you guys see the wreck. And that is what's going to happen a lot. It is going to be chaos, as we see right here once again. You see the parts line start up into the outside wall. Hard hit there as these guys were unable to go. And had to actually tow back to pit lane. So, Todd, that's one thing we mentioned. These guys get fast repairs, but you wreck here at the speed you're going to go, you're probably towing.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, if you wreck with the speeds here, like you had just mentioned, there ain't going to be nothing of the car left.
Yeah, I mean, these guys we've been to fast tracks in these cars, but we haven't been to a fast track where it's constantly that speed the entire time.
Right.
I mean, you're not lifting. You might lift a little bit, but not running the back of somebody. This is basically a mini Daytona for these cars.
Which is crazy to think of. I mean, the banking's correct, but
James Purcell picked the 16. By the way, picked himself. By the way, the 16 is running in 16.
Mm-hmm.
So, James, good. I mean, I don't know. James, I hate calling you a dark horse because I mean, he's been here so long. I hate calling somebody a veteran and it's a dark horse. I hate saying that.
Yeah. So we should be seeing. I believe this is one to go before we go green again.
Yeah, and
when we cross the line.
This is where Kevin Kyle really don't want to be because he's now going to be on the outside. You don't want to be on the outside.
No, like what I was going to mention when we went under yellow was, I believe it was Kevin Kyle at one point through, I believe it was 1 and 2, had a chance at coming down to the bottom lane and decided to stay up there so long that that hole filled right up. And
Justin Kirby.
Yeah, Justin Kirby had some issues, on the initial launch.
He was out the second. He couldn't get down in time. One thing also I noticed last time, as we go back green now, but the last time we went green, the outside stacked up in the middle of this field just a little bit. So that's something to watch out for here as well. Here we go.
Yep. Pace car getting ready to come back down pit road. And the green flag should be coming out this time by. Waiting on the green flag here. And green flag is back out.
Right
Looks
there.
like Kevin Kyle tried. Yeah, he tried to get under the bottom again. Was basically unable to.
Trent Brown goes to second. As you look in the middle of this field, this is the chaos we talked about, Todd. We're about to really show you guys some chaos. We're going to hop on board here with Ryan Robertson, who's running in the middle of this field in 11th place. I mean, we can look around. It is just chaos. By the way, Todd, I did not realize these guys are actually redlining at the end of the straightaway.
Yep, they're redlining just enough to where, I mean, what did they say? They're running 5th gear around here?
Yeah, and then he just switched up to 6th, now back down to 5th as he exits the turn. He's right behind Terry Dahl. You are getting that draft, so that's what we're hearing. So he's not actually chipping it, he's just staying in 5th chipping it.
Right. Trent Brown able to get to the bottom now in 3rd. And one thing that I was going to say, this racing style right here kind of reminds me of back of Bristol back in between 1995 and 1998, where it was just nothing but like a conveyor belt around the bottom of this racetrack.
That's exactly what it's going to be this race. I mean, we're going to see cars navigate a little bit to the high side, try to make passes. But good luck. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to, Todd, we talked about this, and you're going to have to manipulate the guy that is mirror driving you to make a mistake. You're going to have to make him think that you're going to go high, and hopefully he goes up to block you, and then you can dive underneath real quick.
Right, but you got to make sure that you don't slide up into his tire, or make sure that he doesn't come back down instantaneously, because then otherwise you're just going to cause a big one here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are looking down from the blimp here, looking down at Terry Dahl. He's There's Terry Dahl. Now up, still caught up on the high side. You see, Todd, it is very, very tough to get down to that bottom side. Even though he's still doing a good job, he's actually up one spot. He's still holding on to 7th right now.
Yeah, basically side by side for about 3 or 4 rows back there, from about 3rd on back. I kind of feel like the outside lane is kind of starting to
It does look like it, don't it?
It sounds like it's kind of coming in, or it looks like it's coming in a little bit.
It's definitely different than what we've seen in practice, I feel like. Oh, this is some great shots at the camera. I just want to point that out.
While we're seeing all those great shots, we've got some heat being put on David Shutt here for the race lead by Trent Brown.
Yeah, Trent going to try and take this spot away as they roll through 3 and 4, crossing the start-finish line. I'm sorry, 1 and 2 that time. Coming to 3 and 4 this time, crossing the start-finish line. All in all, Todd, good race for a bunch of road drivers.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, we were interviewing some of the guys last week where they thought coming into this race it was going to be a crapshoot because they hadn't run many oval races, you know.
Todd, I want to point somebody out. He's
okay.
18th right now. That's Zachary Sullivan. We're looking at 3 wide right here. He's in that red car. He drops down behind Nikhil Kopker, who's a very good driver, by the way. He is actually up 10 spots from where he started. So he is making moves now up to 17th place.
Yeah, doing a nice job. As we got, I believe, a change here for 3rd. Matthew Gosh now goes to 3rd. Weatherholt goes to 4th. Justin Kirby falls to 5th.
So I'm riding on board and I can hear something hitting this track. Maybe you can explain what that is. It's just a banging noise when these guys go through turns.
Basically what that is the car bottoming out through the racetrack. So, I believe that was Matthew Gosh had an issue. Colin Weatherholt going to get around him, as well as Justin Kirby.
Oh, we got one in the wall.
Yep, one under the wall back there. I believe that is Cody Letterly.
Is it Ryan Robertson? Yeah, Ryan is in the wall. We stay green, Todd. Cody may have got some too, though. Here's what happened. The 14 may have got the tire of the 210 and sent him up. Very close.
We got one on the apron back here at the right about the start-finish line.
I think that might be Ryan as well. It is.
Yeah, now you're starting to see some of these guys search for ways to get around. Oh, we got a little bit of contact back there. I believe that was for, let's see, about the 9th or 10th position.
Yeah, this is a really tough battle back here from about Kevin Tile back. I mean, it is a very, very tight field right there, tight little group, I guess, in this formation right here. But how about Terry still working it outside?
Yeah, I mean, got a battle here for, I believe, the 3rd position. Looks like Kirby and Weatherholt, or Chris Widener.
Man, these guys are really all over the place, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know what to do if I was in this race right now.
I'm impressed,
to be honest with you.
I'm very impressed on how well.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, we've seen in practice that they could run 3 wide for about a handful of laps before anything happened.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are on it right now. They're really paying attention. We're just getting started, though. We're 31 laps in. About to be 32 laps. But this field tightening back up, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's really close back. I believe we got about, let's see, about 7 cars, single file, until we got double file back there. I believe that's for the 8th position. Terry Dahl battling with Brian Irby.
I'm telling you right now, you better watch out for Zachary Sullivan. He's now up to 13th, working on 12. He was up 15 spots. We're riding on board with Les Turner. And you can see Zachary right up in that red car up on the outside. He is really figuring this place out and starting to learn how to make some passes.
Yeah, I guess it kind of reminds me of the Jeff Gordon approach at a super speedway, where he just takes his time making his way up through the field, and then at the end of the race, he's right there in prime position to win it.
Doing a really nice job here. Working on 12th or 11th right now. But he is right in the middle of the thick of things. You got to be careful now.
Still pretty good side-by-side racing back here, about almost mid-pack. Oh, we got one. Turns 3 and 4.
Yep. Cody Letterly, yellow is out. Here's what happened. He does get the wall a little bit, but luckily that's not going to end his night. He's going to have to come down pit road and take that quick repair. Here's what happened. He actually makes contact with another driver and sends him up the racetrack, up into the marbles. So brings out the yellow here. As we probably may see some guys come down pit road. Todd, 4 tires. This is where we don't know what to expect here.
No, and we've already talked about fuel, where these guys don't need any fuel because they'll make it the rest of the night on that tank of fuel that they started on. But tires, I mean,
We
do
don't
you
know.
try to come down and take 4 fresh tires?
Well, see nobody do it. Well, actually, maybe come down right here. What you gotta go through the back stretch.
Yes.
So
So
David
it looks
Shutt's
like
looking.
he's looking right now. We'll see if he actually tries to fake these
No,
guys.
no. He ain't doing it. He just messed up. He messed up.
He's playing the chicken
He did
right
it
now.
a little bit early, and it kind of let everybody know.
Yep.
So we get to do something when we go back green, Todd, that I'm really looking forward to. You even mentioned you're like, we got to do it tonight.
Yeah.
So you already know what it is. As soon as the green flag comes out, is when I want to do it.
Yep. For those of you that may not watch most of our races that we cover throughout the rest of the week, we've actually got a segment called Turn It Up where we'll give you the sights and sounds and different camera angles and onboard cameras and stuff. So that's what we are planning on doing when we go back green.
Yeah, so this is going to be a fun one to do as we get set here just a second to do so. Should be going to double up here in just a moment, by the way.
I would think so.
That's what's good about these short track races. It does not take long for green flag laps to start coming back out.
I believe the lights will be coming off the pace car this time by.
I think so. So we're about to find out. Imagine running this in VR. That would be fun to run this with these cars in VR.
Man.
You'd be looking everywhere, though. The reason why I said that, I've seen Chris Shieldsmith is actually running in VR. Pretty cool.
That's one thing we gotta work on too, is getting some camera feed.
Yeah, I agree. Where is Ross Booth at, by the way?
Let's see. He is currently running all the way back to 25th.
No, I think he came down. He did come down and take tires, Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Or he was on pit road for 1.2 seconds. I think that's tires, because it don't take long to pit these cars. So,
right.
I don't think it was gas. So,
you know, I'm sitting here looking through these names here. There is one name that has been dominating all season long that is not in here tonight.
Who is it?
Eric Della Riva.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about Mr. Eric. All right, Todd. You know what time it is.
It's time to turn it up.
You guys enjoy this. This is going to be a fun one. We'll be back in a couple laps.
Trouble! Turn 3! Or turn 2, I'm sorry. Big wreck back there, and I was just getting ready to come back and mention the battle here for the 7th position.
I think it was James Prostel Jr. and Roman Bachhall. I hope I didn't pronounce his name wrong. And that's unfortunate for James Prostel. He actually really had nowhere to go. He tried to miss it and got involved. Here's what happened to Roman. As he closed into 1 and 2, got a little bit of help from behind, sent him up into the outside wall. James just nowhere to go. We're going to ride on board here with Mr. Prostel and see what happened here with him on board James Prostel's car. see the. Actually, there was contact even prior to this in front of him. There's the wreck and nowhere to go. Ripped his whole front tire off. And could not drive it back to pit road, I don't think. So that's unfortunate, Todd.
Yep.
So we will get ready to do that again. That turned it up was insane, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Just about halfway in this one so far.
Yes, sir.
This has been a really good race, I think, even though we've had, I believe this is what, our third or fourth yellow?
Todd, this is actually not even our third. This is our second. Oh my goodness, I hit the wrong button. I think it's just our second yellow, Todd.
Well,
yeah, I'm wrong. I'm stupid. It is our third. But David Shutt will be your lap leader for tonight, no matter what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, he don't get a bonus point for that. I don't know if there's a bonus point for that in this race or not. I know a lot of leagues do that, but since it's oval, I'm not sure. Or since they're not normally oval. Either way, David Shutt looking tough here, Todd.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this is the guy that you basically got to beat. In order to beat him, you gotta use that front wing.
Oh gosh, I don't know, Todd.
I can't say the chrome Holland because these guys don't have bumpers. So
I mean, you may have to try to tap him. I don't know what would happen, but you may have to. If you want to win, you're going to have to do something. Because I don't know. I feel like that clean air. Yep. Unless you get a big enough slingshot somehow to get around his outside, it's going to be tough to get to his outside and make the pass. So up front, I'm trying to give you guys a quick rundown here before we double up. Are we doubling up this time? If we are, I will not do this. Let me just double check, make sure we're not doubling up. I think we might be. Pace lights are going to cut off, or we will not give you the full field rundown. Biggest mover right now, by the way.
believe
Zachary Sullivan, 16 spots.
Yep.
Ross Booth, by the way, Todd, up 10 spots right now with them fresh tires. And we had some other takers come down. No, we did not. So, it's unfortunate.
Yep. Everybody getting doubled up and warming their tires up. Getting ready to go back green.
Side by side, working through 3 and 4. Pace car ready to take the left. There it goes. Green flag set to come out.
And the green flag is back out here at Bristol.
Good start. Well, not a great start that time for David, Todd.
Yep.
Oh.
He didn't get the launch that he did, but here we go. 3 wide.
There they go.
Big wreck. Everybody avoids them.
No
Wow.
way. No way they made it through that. Somebody else had to get involved. That happened up front. Justin Kirby lost his wing.
Yep.
Now, can he drive that car back to pit lane? There is 3 other cars that got involved, Todd. Right after, I think Zachary Sullivan may have been involved in this one, Todd.
Well, that could have been much worse.
This was Zachary Sullivan did not. I think Ross Booth got involved, Todd. He did.
Wow.
Lost his wing, so he's going to have to use that fast repair to come down pit road. And that's what happened. He got ran to the back of when he checked up. Not sure who was it got him. He wasn't the only one. I think James Prostel, James got involved in that one too. So there was actually about 5 or 6 cars involved in that one. It's just a little bit further back, unfortunately. Welcome to Bristol, Todd.
Hey, there's Bristol, baby.
Okay, I don't like Dale Jr. for that.
I had to throw it in there.
I really don't like Dale Jr. for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but whatever. So let's get ready to double back up real quick. Here's a look at your rundown real quick. It is David Shutt up front, Colin Weatherholt second, Trent Brown in P3, Matthew Gosh in P3, Brian Arby in P5, Kevin Kyle in 6th, Chris Wilder is in 7th, In 8th place, we got David Berry in that 14 car. He has moved up 2 spots. Terry Dahl back to 9th right now. Zachary Sullivan up 17 spots, made his way into the top 10. Nikhil Kopker, he's up 10 spots as well in 11th. Keto Striker, Dwayne McCarthy in 13th. Ed Sutcliffe in 14th. Les Turner down a spot right now, 15th. Jim Graznio, is that right, Todd? Am I right? Chris Shieldssmith in 17th.
Yeah.
Bill Paul Lucky in 18th.
Sorry.
Chris Jimenez. William Kabbalah is in 20th. And Ross Booth, 21st. Not a lap down. Brandon Johnson in 22nd. Mitch Heller, by the way, is racing. I did not see him in here. He's in 23rd.
He started way in the back, and at this point, I think that's kind of a safe move. Just kind of see how everybody reacts and try to make a pass, to get further up here by the end of this one for him.
So we are coming to 40 laps to go here in just a couple moments. As we cross the start-finish line, we're going to be on lap 58. So we should be doubling up this time here. Up front, it is David Shutt leading the way. He's been out front for all 56 laps so far completed. Nikhil Kopker, the fastest lap of the race with the 14.111. As he sits currently in P11.
That's pretty crazy how the 11th place guy is the fastest on the racetrack.
Right? And that happened on lap 9, so he was a little bit further back. So he was probably like around, I want to say 17th or so when that happened. That's pretty crazy.
Yep. Field's starting to double up again.
Restart going to be important here.
Yep. It will be David Shutt and Colin Weatherholt on the front row.
I sponsored this race, by the way. Did you see my logo down there in the corner of the Bass Pro Shops?
Uh-huh.
We got free tickets, though. That's okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Pace car takes the left.
Very interesting racing up front right now. It's kind of playing games a little bit.
And green flag is back out. A little bit of tire spin there from, I believe that was...
I think he tried to jump a little bit. I think he tried to time that restart, and he missed it.
I think he did, too. But meanwhile, Trent Brown will go to second. Weatherholt will fall to third. Brian Irby fourth. And Matthew Gosh fifth.
Look at this.
This is insane right now.
David Shutt likes what he sees. He wants these guys to be side by side. I want to mention, by the way, there's a car on pit road. Roman, actually, is the one on pit road. Colin Weatherholt able to clear a couple of these cars.
Yeah, now can we see the top three basically break away again, like we've seen in practice?
It looks like it. Yeah,
there might be a fourth one trying to, and we got a yellow on the racetrack.
Yeah, yellow's coming out here. It looks like Brandon Johnson may be involved. There's a couple others. Chris Shieldssmith has been involved as well. Here's what happened. Oh, this actually happened up in front. Hard hit right there. Who was that? Is it Shieldssmith I've seen? Oh, man, Shieldssmith killed that wall. And his night has come to an end. Here's what happened to Chris. Oh, getting contact from that wing. There you go. I think it was not Bill Paul Lucky. I think it might have been Chris Jimenez, I believe, got into him a little bit. So, welcome to Bristol.
I believe this is caution number 4 or 5.
It ain't 4, that's for sure. I think it is 5. It is 5.
See the top 3 here kind of almost come to a complete stop to let this pace car go by. And I mean, if you're David Shutt, what do you think right now?
You keep doing what you're doing. Nobody's going to be able to pass you yet, so, you know. So, I think you don't change what you're doing.
Trying to see here who we got on the lead lap. It does look like we've got 20 cars out of the 29 on the lead lap, and it does look like I believe Kabbalah was the one that got his lap back.
I agree.
So, or I'm sorry, I believe it was Chris Jimenez.
Chris Jimenez. Getting ready to go back green.
Pacelet should be going off this time by. And once again, it will be David Shutt and Colin Weatherholt on the front row. Matthew Gosh and David Barry would make up your second row. David Barry, we haven't talked much about him this season at all. Zachary Sullivan and Brian Irby will be your third row. Kevin Kyle and Keith Ostriker would be your fourth row. Sorry, had a brain fart there.
Of course you did, Todd. Of course you did.
Chris, hey, it's what happens when you get old.
I'm older than you, Todd.
I was waiting for you to catch on to that.
I'm really older than you. Not by much. I mean, you are becoming an old man.
I know, right?
Oh, there's that.
How about Terry Dahl running there in 11th tonight?
I think that he wants to do a little bit better.
I think he's just waiting for the right
I
time.
agree. Well, he's running out of time, Todd.
He is running out of time because, I mean, we're already on lap 66, going to be lap 67 when we decide to go green.
Here we go, Todd. Doubling back. Or we are doubling back up. Ready to get back after it. Once again.
Yep. Pace car trying to find pit road. And I believe it's going to find it right there. And the green flag is back out. And look at this. A good launch here by Colin Weatherholt. But he's going to be stuck to the outside. He's got David Barry now going into the second position. He's going to cross over in front of Colin Weatherholt. Single file all the way back to fourth, where we've got our next battle.
Tom
Does
watching
look
this
like-
battle up front right now. Oh, we got one car on the apron.
Yep, he comes back up in line. I believe that was Weatherholt.
It was. Who's going to give up that third spot? Looks like Brian Arby going to take it on the outside. He does.
Meanwhile, we got a battle
Yes,
for the race
we do.
right here.
David Barry, that's a name we haven't mentioned up front in a few seasons, and here he is, Todd. This is good to see.
Yep, and he's basically testing out the waters on that outside lane. He's getting the pull from the 10 car and then trying to pull out to the outside to get the slingshot maneuver.
Pull out game better be strong, Todd. Here he goes. Anyway,
Man,
Todd.
a lot of good racing here so far
Battle for third.
on this restart. Yep, battle there for third. Does look like Weatherholt now going to fall to fifth.
Yeah, Weatherholt's in a little bit of trouble here. I'm not sure why this outside lane all of a sudden started getting runs. Here comes Brian Arby on the outside.
He's going to try to make it out here for the second position, but watch the moves. See some of these guys try to block that upper groove and ultimately create the big one here.
How about Zachary Sullivan, Todd? He's right there in this. He's been up on the outside a few times this race. He's up to seventh now in that red car on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, if you're David Shutt, yes, you'd like to be on the bottom right now, but how many more cars do you want that outside lane to be closer to you before you jump up? Oh, we got 3 wide back there.
That was a big save right there for Nikhil, or not Nikhil. I believe it might have been Chris Wilder. Was it Chris? No, or was it Keith? Who's that car up on the outside? I can't tell. Matthew Gosh, that's who it was.
Yep. But I mean, I think if you're David Shutt, you stay in the bottom here for now. But if David Barry goes to that outside lane with a head of steam coming from behind him, I think you almost got to go like now. You know what I mean? Like once you see him go up there, you got to follow him up there to block that. As you see right there, David Barry going to get pushed almost to the outside lane. He's got a battle for third here. Weatherholt coming back strong. Still really good side-by-side racing back here from about third on back.
There's still a really good battle here all around the racetrack right now. A lot of moving around, Todd. We're coming to 21 laps to go. By the way, we got yellow.
Yep. I believe this was further in the back of the field.
It was. Well, Ross Booth's involved. This is a big one, Todd. This is a lot bigger than I thought. Oh, this is a multi-car crash. Pro still involved in it again. Oh, man. This is a 4, 5, 6, 7 car pileup.
How did we miss that?
I don't know. That was a wild one. I mean, there was Ross Booth, Justin Kirby was involved. William Kabbalah, Chris Jimenez, I believe, was involved. There you go.
Anyways, what were we gonna bring up, Chapman?
I forgot.
Before we had that yellow.
I'm not sure. I'm watching this race. I'm watching this race again. Man, that was a big wreck. How did we miss that? We had a lead change, by the way.
We did?
We had a lead change. David Berry led a lap.
Really?
Apparently. Well, hold on. No, it wasn't David Berry. Hold on. Who was it?
No.
Colin Weatherholt led a lap. He's got one lap led. That's interesting. How did that happen?
I don't know, but I just about died. Sorry, my response was a little late there. Holding in a sneeze, but yeah, I don't understand how he was able to lead that lap. It must have been under yellow or something. Well, no, because the 10 hasn't come down pit road.
Trevor, I'm glad you caught that.
Do I want to know?
Nah, you good, Tom. We don't want to hurt your ears.
Oh Lord,
you're safe. You're in your safe space. Just don't worry.
Yeah.
You're in your bubble.
Yeah.
Dwayne McCarthy coming down pit road, by the way, to 003. Okay, look.
What?
Hold on. I keep thinking David Shutt's trying to fake people to come down pit road. I'm about to say we're gonna have to work on this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's trying to.
And the thing is, David Shutt's actually really good on ovals. I do know that. I broadcasted him on ovals before. He's actually really good on ovals.
What are we doing here? Okay. I see what David Shutt was doing now.
I didn't know either. I was like, wait a minute. Having some issues here, Todd. Gotta get this line back in order. Come on, David. We can't wait for the green flag now. I'll be trying to mess up the running order. Yeah, he's got a 5,000 I rating in oval.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I knew it was up there, but I can't remember what it was. I'm not saying it's going to make a big difference, but it may be. Oh, by the way, new fastest lap. By the way, Chris Jimenez on lap 68 set a 14.029.
Wow, that's just about as fast as our qualifying times that we've had here.
All right.
So
about as fast as what you've seen in practice, or close to that 13-second mark. Here we go, Todd Chase.
Yep. When we cross the line, it will be lap number 85 on the board. And it'll be David Shutt again on the front row with David Berry. What does David Berry do now? As the green flag comes back out here at Bristol.
There was wheel spin from Shutt.
Yep. David Shutt had some issues there on the restart. Can this outside lane have a chance at taking the top spot from David Shutt?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Side by side from about second on back.
Maybe not.
A lot of good side by side racing here. David Shutt, and we got another yellow on the racetrack. I was about to say David Shutt basically running the middle between the two lanes to block both runs.
Mitch Heller involved in this one, Todd, with Chris Jimenez, and that's where the wreck happened. So here's your instant replay. Right there. Actually, Mitch got turned. I'm not sure who that was that turned him. It's hard to see it from this angle, but definitely did get turned. Right somewhere right here. Who was that that turned him? Maybe the 35? I can't tell. 25, 35? Can't tell who that was. Either way, it brings it. It was William Kabbalah, by the way. That's who it was. 25.
Overall, I will say for as many yellows as we had tonight, I am very impressed by how these guys are racing tonight.
A rough night for the 224. Brandon Johnson. I would agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I thought we'd have a lot more cautions. Like, I'm not going to lie. These guys have done really well considering it is an oval race. It had to be fun. It's got to be fun to drive these things here, though.
I have to agree with that, but I mean, you know, these guys may have worked their cautions out of themselves, because not only do these guys have I believe it's an hour-long practice, may even be longer than that when they join the session here on Thursday nights. But they've got a Tuesday night practice, and they also have a Saturday night practice, going into next week.
That's
so
honestly what makes this series so good is, unlike a lot of leagues do this. We know this. A lot of them don't hold random week practices. It's just practice on your own, and then when you come into the session, there's your practice time. It helps to have that practice with other cars, especially. So, Red Sox does a great job of that. I've always thought that. And I'll be honest, one thing about Red Sox, now I haven't raced in a race. I've raced a fun race with them once or twice. It was just a fun, nothing counted, of course. But a lot of these guys, there's a lot of respect in this league with a lot of guys. So that's one thing I like about it.
I noticed that secondhand when I ran the summer series, that little 6-week series where, I was basically a rookie in the series. Nobody, everybody respected me as well as everybody else, and if everybody was available to, if you had questions about this or questions about this part of the racetrack, they were open to helping you.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about them guys.
So here we go. Will this be the final time we see these guys double up for a restart? I don't think it is. It will be David Shutt and David Barry on the front row again. And when we cross the line, it will be lap number 92. Will be, I believe it'll be 9 to go. Green flag is out in the air. Can David Shutt hold these guys off? We're about to find out as we start to see some of these guys actually using the apron to actually get the rotation through the corners, and we got another yellow.
Another yellow is out. Todd, do we got green, white checkers?
I don't know.
We never got an answer. By the way, this is a big wreck, Todd.
Yep.
James Postale, is he involved in this one? Yes, he was. He's been involved in the last 4 wrecks, and he ain't doing nothing wrong.
That's just a product of the racing.
Yeah.
Product of the racing at Bristol. 2 different things there.
Yeah. Yeah, that just got squeezed at 3 wide. Not enough room given on that one. Unfortunately, Todd, I think this is going to be it. I think we're coming to the checkered flag. We are on the final lap, so the race will be official.
Yeah, and it does look like David Shutt will pick up the win here.
So I'm sure Brian, probably not too happy, I guess, with the race ended, but probably okay with second, I can imagine. But David Shutt going to pick up a big win here, Todd.
Yeah, we're about to see what happens here. I know this is not how, not only the league, but some of these guys racing, this ain't how they want to finish the race. They want to have a photo finish, but unfortunately, I believe we're running out of time on the session, so. And there you go. Does look like David Shutt is the winner.
Congratulations. Either way, it was a heck of a race here tonight. Very happy with it. That was really fun. How about David Barry finishing third? Brian second, Zachary Sullivan, Todd, finishing 4th.
Wow, doing a nice job.
Nikhil finishing up in 6th. That's a great job there. All right, Todd, let's move over. Get ready to do some interviews. So we will get ready to do some post-race interviews here. We'll wait for our drivers to come in and talk to them here from Bristol Motor Speedway. David Shutt, how about that? Leading 93 laps. That's weird.
I did not expect to see that happening.
It's saying, I don't know, whatever. Todd, by the way, that race ended on time.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what had happened.
So that's what it was. As fireworks go off, we got donuts celebration. So that's what it was, Todd. It was not the actual lap count.
All right.
All right. So that's good to know, at least. At least it wasn't,
right.
by lap count. Because I would say I hate for it to end by lap count. I guess the same way with time, but I kind of understand that. We don't ever get to see donuts hardly.
No, and he's definitely burning the tires down on this track.
That's good to see. He did a heck of a job, man.
Yeah, total domination. Something we don't really see in this series. I mean, it's great to see something like this every once in a while.
It is very great. It's cool to see. I like the helmet he's got with that car. Got that purple helmet. Nice for the car. Pretty cool. We're waiting for a couple guys to come in. We'll do some interviews here in just a moment. We're waiting on our race winners. He's still literally doing donuts. We're just sitting here watching for an hour if we have to. I don't care.
Yeah, either.
We'll watch him for a couple minutes here, and then we'll wait on our second place, Brian Arby, as well as David Berry to come in. I think he burned them off here at Bristol. He's just sitting in the car now thinking about everything he just did. He might be dizzy. I don't know. We're going to talk to him right now. The winner of the Bristol race here for the Red Sox Racing Series, it is David Shutt. David, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, a big win. That had to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be honest.
That was kind of boring leading all the laps. So yeah, it was different. It was kind of fun.
93 laps led. Of course, it ended on time and all that stuff. How important was clean air? It looked like the bottom, primarily the line that you wanted to be in.
Yep. I think it's faster if you go up on the straightaways and then come back down, but the draft, you can't get away from anybody. So you just kind of have to ride the bottom, and nobody can pass you.
For sure on that one, man. Well, a big win either way, because this season, with the oval being thrown into the mix, man, where do we go next week, Todd? Do you remember?
I do not, unfortunately.
I don't remember either. Either way, man, good win. You want to give any shout-outs or anything like that?
Yep. Everybody at PG-13. Chris Shieldsmith for the final caution there in my race easy. So, see everybody next week.
Hey, good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. You thought I forgot where we go. Not sure if we're going to be able to get to other interviews, Todd, but while we sit here and just wait, go ahead and give us your final thoughts.
Well, I thought it was a really good race. Obviously, David said it was pretty boring leading all them laps. My question to him is, how come you didn't just pit and try to make it interesting to come up through the rest of the field if you thought it was a little boring? But that's no shot to him. That's just
product of leading every lap.
Yeah, exactly. So
no matter what you're in. Man, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, something different. I do like it. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think I could watch it every week.
Right.
I don't know. That's pretty good. I don't know. I might be able to do it. That was pretty exciting for us. I'm not going to lie. That was not bad. I had fun. I had a lot of fun doing this one. So we're not going to get second and third place interviews, I do not think. So that's going to do it for us here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. That was fun. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, Adam and Todd, y'all have a great night. Take care as always, and God bless.